What's up, world? It's your boy Carcino here. Hopefully, you're getting the notification. Yeah, I got word that these are some of the things that they're going to discuss at the end of the season. That this is just one of the discussions, and that they have this discussion every year. The actual 4 point shot that Ice Cube used was actually brought up first by the NBA 2 seasons ago. That the players felt that taking these long range shots, like we saw with Steph Curry shooting all these long distance shots, that they should be getting more points for these shots. I don't know if it's Steph Curry's idea, but they feel that this would encourage the game if guys taking longer shots. But back then, 2 years ago, well, actually, I'm sorry about that. It was in 2015, but we're almost approaching the third year that it happened, that they brought this up. When Steph Curry was hitting all those shots at random, and all these other guys have expanded their game to where they're shooting from longer distance, and teams are averaging 33 pointers a game attempts. You're looking at the changing of the game taking place behind the arc more than at the basket. When basketball was designed to get as close to the basket to score as possible and run different plays to get there. So now, our beloved NBA once again has decided to bring it back to the table to issue out more points for longer shots. Because who's to say it's going to be 4 points now? Who's to say it's going to be 6 points? Then you might get six for shooting at half court. Now, what does this do for the NBA history? And like they said, the NBA, the reason why the rule didn't come into play to put the 4 point shot into play was because they figured it would make the game sloppy. They felt like guys would be taking long shots, and the fans would be too many of those attempts would take the fan out of it and ruin the tempo of the game. So they didn't want to make it a sideshow circus. Right. They didn't want to make it to a Harlem Globetrotter type of event. So what they did was they said, no, we're not going to do the 4 point shot because it would ruin the game as far as. But I look at it from many other different angles. What about the angle that no one's talking about? The fact that now, how you gonna compare them to the guys of the yesteryear? You know how this is why you can't compare guys who played in the era when there wasn't a 3 point shot. If there was 3 point shots, like Will said, he could hit threes. Even as big as he could throw hooks from the 3 point line and they'll go in. Well, here's the thing. We all keep saying it's just a dream, it's just talk. They do this every year, but my thing is, why does this keep coming back to the table? The problem isn't the points. The problem isn't anything else. The 3 point line is what it is. It's like that goofy year they moved their 3 point line in because they wanted people to score more. You're altering the game of basketball because what you're doing is all these changes, forcing these players that's coming in from the NCAA to play. So why would you have well, thank you, Bron. With your help, maybe we can get there. Right, so how you gonna compare somebody to Jordan? They hit 2 10-point shots in a game. They get 10 points. They get 20 points off 2 shots. You know, they shoot at half court, pull up and hit that 2 in a game. Now they getting 20. Now they got 20 points. Then somebody end up getting 100 points in a game now. Now they tied with Wilt Chamberlain. You know, this is why you can't have these goofy rules in the game. This is why these things cannot happen. This is how LeBron James and all these other guys are not comparable to other players. If someone make the game easier for you and you score all these points and do all these things, it's like, okay, well, you playing on easy mode. If somebody played a game on easy mode and they played it on all pro and somebody playing on novice, are you gonna get credit to the person that played on novice and say they did the same as you? So the NBA at the end of the year will be having this conversation. If they do, I'm not watching basketball anymore. I get you, because I feel where you're coming from. I feel your pain. And thank you, Brian, for your donation. You out of cash? That's okay. You donated. I see the love. Nothing much more you could do there. Uh-oh. Florida's hot. Well, Michael Bonds, they don't want me to have that Tupac video up with Ayanna Jackson. I don't know what it is, but they don't want to approve it. I've taken it down. I've redone it. They don't want it up for some reason. I don't know why, but other people have it up. But hey, Sarah, Sarah. When Carcino do something, there's always some red tape. That's right, we went in the FA Cup. Win any cup we want. So what's this guy gonna do? Hog up 2 lanes? Right, make a decision. No, Loyola Chicago won't win it all, but I'm hoping they do. Or at least get to the Final Four. That'd be great. Um, I wouldn't say 3 years, at least 2 years. I thought when they first did this, 1 year was ridiculous. I'm like, 1 year? That's it? I'm like, 2 years should at least be the minimum. Make our own league. If you saying blacks make their own league, they had their own league. The ABA was it. The NBA bought their league out because the NBA wasn't making no money. Not like the ABA. Oh, I see what you're saying. A black man didn't own the ABA. I know what you're saying. Like, why don't blacks get together and have their own league? Okay. Who would run it? And how you gonna go against the NBA? I'm just saying. You think LeVar Ball can put a basketball game together that can compete with the NBA? You remember the CBA, don't you? Isaiah Thomas owned that for about 2 months. Right, Ice Cube and his partners. Ice Cube is not the only guy that owned the Big Three, by the way. He got a lot of white investors, but it doesn't really matter. It's still the same thing. I mean, it's part business and ownership. They got to deal with Fox. They're bringing in the legends and giving them a check. So there's real money behind the Big Three. People watched it. They supported it. To me, it started out slow. It's just that when you're used to watching 5-on-5, it's kind of hard to watch 3-on-3 on television. It just don't look right. But they decided to shoot it a little bit better than everybody else, so it gelled. I just personally think it's a huge mistake. When you try to gauge it that way, it's a huge mistake. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Well, thank you, FA. This looks like a Bron Kia with you, with a thing that says Mercedes Benz on it. That's very interesting. Well, I could tell you who was against this whole plan, and that would be Old Man Bron. There's no way Old Man Bron would be going for this. Oh, well, all he does is complain. So LeBron could be up 20, he's going to complain. If they be up 12, he's going to complain. He's never happy. He's always got something to cry about. I don't know what points they're going to give for each shot. But anything more than 3, you're already cheating the game. That's what Wilt Chamberlain had brought up before, and all the guys who played when there was no 3-point shot. When there was no 3-pointers in the game, people were shooting from out there and wasn't getting credit for threes. If you went back and gave guys credit for 3-point shots that they were hitting back then, of course they would have more points. So Wilt Chamberlain showed you guys, it's on video, you could see him hitting hook shot 3-pointers. He's like, I could shoot from out here, though, just with a hook shot. He could hook 3-pointers. It just was no need to, because the name of the game was get as close to the basket and score. That was it. You ran plays to get close to the basket. It wasn't about, I'm going to get all the way out so I can shoot. Now they brought in a 3-point shot because the game was played so much at the rim, and white guys basically were getting etched out of the game because they couldn't jump and compete with those guys. So they said, well, you know what? Let's give them credit for their ability to shoot the basketball. Let's give them 3 points. Because back then, the brothers couldn't really shoot the ball that well, because that wasn't the game. So white guys, they learned to shoot. So they were very valuable to keep around. So the white guys could stick around because they could shoot the 3. So when you saw a white guy on the team, you guarded him close because you knew he could shoot. Then brothers started to learn how to shoot. Which put the game back at risk. You need to go to the mall?
You want to go?
I don't need nothing from the mall.
Yeah, I want to go. You said I need to walk.
Yeah, what that got to do with me?
No, I'm just saying. I said you said I need to walk, so yeah, I'm going.
To the mall?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You taking me on the walk.
I know. What's
Yeah.
wrong with that? You don't spend no time with me. You spend all the time with Tio. If he said, let's go to the mall and walk, you be running. And who you come down here for, him or me?
I haven't spent
Make a decision. You ain't spent no
no time with Tio.
You
except
spend
for
every time with Tio. You
when he
spend any
come
time
home.
with me. Because you be, when I'm up, you sleep.
I never sleep.
Whatever. Yeah, pull this on. Oh, no, not again on the camera.
Nah. We bringing this to a conclusion on end. But that's why they playing the Euro ball now with basketball.
Let it up. I don't have my windows open. Keep my inside of my car clean.
But once we learned how to shoot, the game evolved again. And now they got to change the flow of the game to get more Europeans to play. So the style of play, that's why you see so many Europeans in there, and we have to play their style of basketball.
Put it here.
Where there's pretty much no post play. Everything is run up and down the court and just chucking up shots, lack of defense. Same thing that the Dream Team dominated when they played back in '92. Beat them by 30. They didn't understand what was being played against them. Which way do I keep straight? Do you take Bell Shows? You want me to take Bell Shows to Brandon, over there to the Brandon Mall?
Yeah. Just keep going. I forgot it's Friday and rush hour.
So keep going straight?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate the donation. I need every cent I can get.
You hungry?
No, I just ate this. I just ate cereal before we left.
Oh, I want to go to Red Lobster.
Red Lobster.
It's fish day.
Didn't you just eat too?
No, I didn't. I ate at 11 o'clock. The next light, you making a right.
Well, you donate to me getting my mom some Red Lobster.